What's the best goal line offense in Madden 17? He's been using the Rams playbook single back bunch.
It's got a good play.
But is there something you like, if you're down in the red zone, what can people do? Because people are having trouble converting for touchdowns in the red zone.
I'm going to show you the best play to use in the red zone in Madden NFL 17 right here, right now. It's the best play. You're going to have the most success over the course of the season converting on this play. So it's actually from Gun Bunch Week. It's not in every single bunch. This, for example, is in the Broncos playbook. But if you RB sub, you want your middle receiver in the bunch to be a guy that can go up and get it. A guy that's got good height, good size, good spec, good catching traffic. So in this example, let's go ahead and use Demaryius Thomas. We'll sub him in, and then your second guy is your tight end. So this is going to be whoever is available. But what's important here, same thing as the middle bunch. Size, height, catching traffic, spectacular catch. Those are the things you want to look out for. So I always come out and flipped. You don't have to come out and flip, but I like to. I like to make the reads from left to the right, the way you read a book. It's easy for me to digest the defense that way, and that's why I call my gun bunch plays flipped. That's the only reason why. So I come out and play gun bunch trail. In my opinion, this is the single best play to use in the red zone to get the ball to your playmakers for touchdowns. So bunch trail. Let's go up and throw it up like right about here. We can move it anywhere within the 10-yard line. I call the 10-yard line and in the red zone. That's the Madden red zone. That's when you start running out of space to run routes. So when you take a look at this play, you can see that you have Fowler on a drag. It's actually a option drag. If it's man, he keeps running the drag. If it's zone, he'll stop right about where like your outside linebacker is in the right part of the screen. Okay. He stops and sits. So that's a cool route to have. So he always runs the right route based on the zone or the defense. So we leave that route. The next thing we do is we always smart route Demaryius Thomas here. We always go coverage audible, his icon A, and then RB. That will shorten his route and shortens it overall. Then we motion him to the right part of the screen. So this is where taking advantage of high point passing and putting the ball where only your guy can get it comes into play. And it also comes into play with having tall receivers to make plays on the ball. So I first want to go to Thomas. Thomas is the first guy I look for. So I high point pass this into the end zone there. He didn't catch it, but the idea is I'm throwing the ball up to him at a point where I know only he's going to really come down.
In Ultimate Team, who do you go to? Kelvin Benjamin?
I go to Kelvin Benjamin.
Michael Floyd, Mike Evans, like you got some guys.
In Ultimate Team, I go to Kelvin Benjamin. But you can do the same thing, like right there. See, you see how he's behind everybody? Like that's a ball that if you throw a straight bullet pass, it's pick.
Yeah.
So this is, and you guys have seen me do this, and I did this at the end of last year too. This is something I used all last year as well. And then if say that's covered, like you don't want to throw it, you have another option to your tight end in the back of the end zone. And see, the defense goes for like the swats.
And I would do this. So you would motion him over. I would then take Timmons, and I'd be like, not again. Because you would score maybe on your first drive with this.
Right.
I'm going to try and sit underneath, and then you might have RB right there. You throw it
high. Only where he can get it.
Yeah.
Only where he can get it. And you're going to be able, this is in a lot of the bunches. It's not in the Rams, but it is, you do have a play in the Rams, like, you don't need to use this play. I'll show you what I mean by that. Like you can find other corners posts that do the same thing.
If you run the ISO from the deuce close in the brain trust, you know that I have the tight end angle play in there. It's a similar throw, similar LB high point. It's really effective. It's not quite that same angle route, but it works the same way. I bet even the fullback trail from Gunsplit Close, which has been a past favorite of ours.
Yeah.
I think it's back a little bit this year.
It'd be good.
So you might want to try that too.
So let me check out, I'm just going to go corner strike. So, for example, I know the Rams doesn't have that bunch trail play.
How do you high point pass?
You hold down LB.
LB or L1.
And just throw a bullet. It's not a high pass. It's not left stick up. It's just a high play
just
pass.
LB, you don't touch the left directional stick.
Right.
Interesting.
I
think I do.
Right here, in this instance, say you have a playbook that doesn't have that play. Well, most every bunch has a play with a corner on it like this.
Yeah.
So you would, again, same thing, smart route it. This 16 isn't the guy, Fowler. You need a taller guy.
You don't want Ricky Fowler.
But it's the same post. It's the same idea. You still get him the ball where it's really difficult for the rest of the defenders to get to. And let's also keep in mind, it doesn't have to be from gun bunch, right? You got go check out your playbook. What do you got?
I always end up finding it from gun like spread because the slot is usually one of them, and then I motion that across.
Right.
So that's been working pretty well too.
So I'm just looking through here. So like Brown stick, I see that. Y corner, like double in, for example. I bet this will work. I don't have to motion him because he's running in the post over the middle of the field.
Right.
So green, let's smart route him, right? He's gonna run his post there. It's a little flat, but see how he go, like, even though
Right, you're gonna get an animation.
You're gonna get an animation. So with that, maybe I
Yeah.
might let him go on that depth. And that, oh yeah, that's tender.
I was holding Y right there.
That's tender.
Yeah.
That's tender. You see, like that's what makes it good. It's really difficult to defend. You have to have a really good user. Right there.
And that's hard. I mean, that's tough though.
Right.
That's tough.
And what this play isn't as good as the other one because the other one has the trail.
And then underneath.
Right. And you have to drag. So there's ways around it. There's ways to defend it. But overall, this is a great way to target guys in the end zone in this year's game.